It's a freaking disaster. There are some days where you put quite a lot of time and effort into something and then it doesn't record. So this is me doing it again. I'm trying to remember all the hilarious witty comments I made along the way. Well, I'm peed off, to be quite frank. Lie, Lepadrix on a Div. Yes, I watched last week's video again to remember that because it was not in my head. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I have a tea towel in the background to try to make it more festive. Proof that I have actually set foot on Irish shores, though I'm sure we can probably get them shipped. Also, some Azel decided to use my tea towel to, I don't know, clear up tarragon or cumin or something, so there's some yellow stains in, and I'm fuming. Don't know who did it, but I'm not impressed. The sharp-eyed among you who could see through my shoulder will notice that there's 2 counties on this tea towel, so I have no excuse to not get Ulster and Connaught. We have to taste test these Taytos again. They're all open because the recording errored. You know I'm not keen on makeup, but this is orange. It looks red, but it is orange. Why orange? I know I said none of the green stuff fit me. I don't have green lipstick, therefore, what is the other colour apart from white on the Irish flag? Orange. Orange. Was it a sensible idea wearing lipstick while I'm taste testing? Probably not, but it doesn't really matter. Has all the hard work of my hygienist probably gone down the drain because orange and slightly yellow natural teeth do not necessarily work well together? Yes, it has, but it's fine because I'll just do the whole video like this. These are all open because the recording errored. As a reminder, they're all over a year out of date. So this is going to be my genuine first time reaction. Oh. Ugh. Disclaimer, that is not necessarily because I don't like the taste of Taytos. The best way I can describe it is it tastes like all of the flavours have kind of separated. I'm not going to put myself through that again. That's totally my fault because I've left them in the drawer for over a year. Now, my plan was to snack on these while I learnt the Irish counties. It just went well together, but that's not going to happen. And that's the point at which I realised my recording had errored. I've brought you up to date. Now I'm going to have some water to flush out my mouth from those off flavours. You might ask why I left them in the drawer for over a year, and that is because I was like, oh, I better do a video trying those, that'd be a really good idea, and then forgot about it. I've done this to myself and I've not given Mr. Tayto a fair shot. Lie, Lepadrix on a Div. On to the Irish counties. You know in the apocalypse where they eat all the expired tins and stuff? I don't think I'm going to survive. If you don't hear from me for a while, it's the food poisoning. Been taken out by a Tayto. Don't you just love not being able to rely on your tech? This always happens when you let the software updates come through. We're back on our friend Sporkle. And we're going to try to guess the 32. Oh no, I can't click on them. I have no idea. No, that's not going to work. I have to be able to type them. The problem is the more I try to find a quiz, the more counties have kind of come my way. Okay, this might work. Start the timer. Leinster. No, Tyrone has worked. Well, I'm scuppered. St. Patrick's Day is not doing me well. There are 4 regions of Ireland. There's Leinster, Ulster, Connaught, and Munster. Leinster, I was like, Dublin's in Leinster, so that's the one that I know. Connaught and Ulster are on my tea towel. Munster probably wouldn't have got that one, so I currently have 0. Well, that's helpful. Let's try this again. Tyrone. How did I know that? Because I found it when I was trying to find a quiz. Dublin. Galway. Kerry. We have 4 out of 32. We have 1 in 8. I wonder if the crisp packets will help. Meath. The crisp packets helped. Trying to work out how else I can locate counties without cheating. Does this count as cheating? Or is it a bit like an escape room? I'm not convinced there's any other Irish things in here that I can use to help me. Okay, how have we got what we've got? Meath, that was the crisp packets. There was an address on there. Derry, Derry Girls. Dublin, because it's Dublin. Okay, Belfast isn't a county. Galway, because it's Galway. Tyrone, because that's what I found when I was trying to find a quiz. 15.6%. That's pretty poor. That is pretty poor. Mind you, there are 32. How do we give up? The big button that says give up. Okay, I think I'm going to have to give up. I don't think I know anymore. Antrim, I've heard of. Armagh, I've heard of. Carlow, I haven't heard of. Cavan, I think I've heard of, but not amazingly. Clare, I should remember that. Same with Cork. Donegal, Down, Fermanagh, Kerry, Derry and Kerry, Kildare, Kilkenny, Lois. Sorry. Leitrim, Limerick, Longford, Louth, Mayo, should remember Mayo, Monaghan, Offaly, Roscommon, Sligo, Tipperary, it's along Lois, Tipperary, Waterford, have heard of, but doesn't sound Irish. Westmeath, Wexford, and Wicklow. How on earth are we going to remember these? We get those back again. She's like, it's my birthday. Why are you focusing on other things? You should be focusing purely on me. Do you hear that, purr? Cats are the best. They get such a bad rap, but they're the best. It looks like our recording is recording. We're going to have to check that every time now. It's really annoying. Guess who's back on a brand new track? Everybody gonna come back. And you remember that Cascada song? That probably dates me. Point is, we're back. I've reapplied my lipstick, and you know it's orange because it matches Finn McCool's beard, which is orange. You might think, well, you've had a break. You probably remembered all the Irish counties now. No, I have not thought about them at all. I had stuff to do, so let's revisit these. The absolute best thing to do would be to go through every single county here and get like a little potted history. However, I've left this quite late, so we're gonna have to rote learn, and then aspire to actually learn the history of them properly. And maybe that's better, because for the US states, I know all the states now, and now I kind of understand a little bit about the background, or at least I can piece bits together. So first up, we have a list of 32. What I'm tempted to do is go through them all again, just read through them, and then try the quiz and see how many we get over the 5. If it's absolutely poor, then we're going to have to rethink. I've got cat hair all over my face from giving my cat a loving. First up, I'm noticing we've not got every letter of the alphabet, so let's see if we can make an easy way of remembering. So there's no B's, no E's, H-I-J, no N's, no Q's. What a surprise. I'm not spotting any patterns off the top of my head. Let's just try this. Antrim, Armagh, Carlow, Cavan, Clare, Cork, Derry, Donegal, Down, Dublin, Fermanagh, Fermanagh, Galway, Kerry, Kildare, Kilkenny, Louth with an I, Leitrim, Limerick, Longford, Louth, Mayo, Meath, Monaghan, Offaly, Roscommon, Sligo, Tipperary, Tyrone, Waterford, Westmeath. There's a Meath and a Westmeath. And the Meath I know from the Taytos. So hopefully we'll get those two. Meath and Westmeath. Wexford sounds like Oxford, and Wicklow. Let's just play again. I don't think any of that's gone in. Right off the top of my head, I've got Meath and Westmeath. Antrim. Armagh. I think I should get that one, even though I can't spell it. Anslow. Dublin. There's no B's. Carlow. Clare. Connaught. Derry. Down. Fermanagh. G-H. I feel like there was a G, but I can't remember it. Kerry, like Derry. Kilkenny. There is a Kilkenny. I think there's a load of M's. I don't think there's any N's. Oh, I know there's one D that I'm missing, but I can't remember. There's Meath, Westmeath, Wexford, like Oxford, Waterford, Galway. And we've already got 14. We've actually got a fair number on the left-hand side. Which ones did I have? I had Derry, Dublin, Galway, Meath. I had another one, didn't I? I had another one that I don't have now. Okay, let's alphabetizing. Limerick. Louse with an I. W's the last. Got Wickforth in my head, but no, it doesn't sound right. There's no U's or V's. That's not bad. That's half now. We've increased it to half. I'm not convinced we could do it again. I'm going to give up. Mayo. Tipperary. And then Wicklow. Armagh. I had most of that. Antrim, Armagh, Carlow, Cavan, Clare, Cork. Cork I should have gotten. Derry, Donegal. I should have gotten Donegal. Down, Dublin, Fermanagh, Galway, Kerry, Kildare. I might try to do 16 at a time. Armagh, Cavan, Cork, Donegal to Kildare. Armagh, Cavan, Caravan, Cavan, Cork and Donegal. Cork and Donegal sounds Scottish, and then that's Cork because we're floating over to Ireland. Then Kildare. I'm going to forget some of the others on the left hand side now. I'll tell you what, we're going to try to let them bed in for a second as well. Wicklow. Oh my god, we've got Wicklow. Wexford, because it sounds like Oxford. Derry, Sligo, Tyrone, Kilkenny, Kerry, Derry, Kilkenny. It's confusing. W's. She says immediately putting Dublin in. Clare, Caravan, Antrim. That's the first one. Meath, Westmeath, and another W. We've already got 14. That's pretty good. Louse with an I. Interestingly, Louse, the place where all the tourists got poisoned with the alcohol. You don't actually say it Louse, you say it Lao. That's what locals do. Antrim, Armagh, Galway, Cork, Donegal. I told you I'd forget some. We've already got 18 though, so we remembered 2 more. Fermanagh. This is why I wish I had the Taytos to eat, because it's the sort of thing that you wish you had snacks with. So I'm having to just eat chocolate. Poor me. I would really like to get to 20. Well, I'm not sure we're going to do it. That time is really off-putting. No, can't type that fast. Limerick. Mayo. I always forget about Mayo. We missed Carlow, Down, and Kildare. There is an O county. And I forgot about Tipperary. I've had It's a Long Way to Tipperary stuck in my head for like an hour. Chocolate. You know, as soon as I get to 32, I'm just going to stop doing it. I'm not going to do it again. And yes, this is a similar strategy that I employed when I did my exams. Carlow, because your cars get low because it's a bit hilly. Down. County Down. I feel like I should know that. Ireland's very natural. There's birds, there's downs, there's duvets that have down in because it's cold. Kildare. I don't think I got Kildare last time. Kerry, Kildare. Because I got Kerry and Kilkenny. That I've proven is actually alright for me. But the Kildare, there's 2 Ks, and then there's one in the middle which I'll understand because I'll see the gap, and then the one in the middle is like, if you dare to try to squish me, I'll kill you. So there's Kildare in the middle. Well, I've got Donegal because I should get that. I'll go down to Dublin. From Armagh, which I'll probably get again, to Cavan, which I'll probably get again. Maybe? I'm not convinced about Cavan. I'll go on my car. Low down to Cavan. I reckon that's those 3 maybe sorted. We really need to sort your colour out. Limerick. I should get that. Longford. It's not necessarily front and centre of my brain is the thing. Tipperary, I'm disappointed at myself. There's 2 T's and one of them's Tipperary. There's a long way to Tipperary. Like there's a long way that we'll be doing this for. Waterford. Because there's water between the UK and Ireland. Westmeath we know because there's Meath from the crisp packets. Wexford like Oxford. Wicklow. Because we got low. That's really bad. I reckon we're going to aim for Limerick and Longford. Maybe not Longford. Louth, like youth. Lousy youth, Louth. Louth. Mayo, because I really should know Mayo. Monaghan, Offaly, Roscommon. Sounds a bit like my uncle. I should really know Tipperary, and then Waterford. That's not bad, considering we've been targeting that side. Armagh, we're going on Carlow to Cavan. And then Donegal goes down to Dublin. Probably not geographically. The 2Ks, Kildare to get in the middle of them. Okay, we're going to try that again. Shake to get the immediate ones out of your head. Waterford. It feels like cheating. Wicklow, low. If I can spell. Westmeath, Wexford. I've got the W's. Sligo, Tyrone, because I saw it on a quiz. Tipperary, because that's the other T. Lousy youth, Louth. Longford, Mayo, because I should really get Mayo. Louse with an I. Roscommon, because it sounds like my uncle. Offaly, N. I think there's an M. Certainly there's an N. Yeah, there'll be another M. That's pretty good. Okay, right. Antrim, Armagh, Dublin. I go down to Dublin. Cavan. I go on my car low to Cavan. Derry, Kilkenny, Kerry, and then Kildare. We got 24. That's really good. Down, County Down. Excuse me. We're being really sassy with the computer. It's like, dude, you've already got it. Calm down. See, the problem is I've got the 3 that I remembered. Galway, Fermanagh. 245. Cork, Donegal. I'm actually quite happy with that. I'm not sure I could replicate it easily, but we've got 4 that we don't know because we haven't tried to force them into our heads. Antrim, Armagh, Carlow, Cavan. Just thinking about what it would go with. So it's obviously a C. It's probably not CA, but it can't be CB. It can, but it's not going to be. I can't in my head, but it's not that. That's between A and O. I'm drawing a blank. I'm going to be really annoyed in a second when we find out. I'm onto the M. Might give up. Yeah, brain saying give up. I called it Claire. I should know that one. Limerick as well. Mona the Vampire Slayer. Gahan. Monaghan. The M is M and O, so hopefully I'll get Offal again. And Meath, because of the crisp packets. M-O. Monaghan. It sounds Irish, and I've got MO, I've got the components. Limerick, I should really know. Leitrim. And then Claire, I really should have known that one. Leitrim, Limerick, Monaghan. Shall we give it a go? Trying not to look at any of the other counties before we do this again. And we're not going to do the ones that we've just learnt first, right? Waterford, Wicklow, low. Meath and Westmeath. I'm going to do down. Hopefully I'm not going to get annoyed about it again. That W's annoying me. I feel like I'm not sure I'm going to get that one. Sligo, Tyrone, Tipperary, Leitrim, Limerick, Louth. Yeah, Louthy units. Ross Cannon. Oh no. Can't remember exactly what it was. All right, Monaghan, Mona the Vampire Slayer, and because it was between that and Offaly. Antrim, Armagh, Cavan, and my car low to Cavan. Cork, Donegal, Clare, Dublin, Galway. Got to cookie. Louse with an I. 50. Kilkenny, Kildare, Kerry, Derry. Fermanagh. Oh my god, we got the 16. Okay, so now we've got a different 4. I feel like there's one Mayo. Okay, so there's an L. I think that's an S. And I know that there's a W-I. Wick. No, I think it's W-I again, but I can't remember what it is. Leitrim, Limerick, Louth. I think it's quite a long one. Oh, how annoying. Roscommon, because my family member is common. When this timer inevitably runs out, we're going to have to really hammer in on the W's and the L's, I think. 4, 3, 2, 1. Failure. But I mean, we got 94%. We missed out on the 2 Fords. Wexford and Longford. Should we try it again? Without looking at the others. I was just like, obviously we're going to try it again, but I was going to be like, okay, well, this was hard, so we're just going to go through everything. But if it's literally... There's 2 Fords. Wexford, we should get because of Oxford. And then Longford. Feel like we can get it. We're going to try it again. It's going to be painful for you. And me. Armagh. Antrim. Going in Carlow to Cavan. Dublin. Kilkenny. Kildare. Kerry. Derry. Galway. Cork. Clare. Roscommon. Ah, the D's have gone. Fermanagh. Louse with an I. Down. What's that with a D? Longford, because we're not proud. Wexford. Wicklow, low. Sligo, Tyrone. Louth. Leitrim. Tipperary. Limerick. Meath. Westmeath. Waterford. LMNO. Offaly. It was going so well. Why have we got 3? I think there were only 5 L's, so that means that's an M. Mayo! There's no N's, but I don't feel like there's another M. Or is it an Irish, like, it's like a long Irish one. Mona. Yes! Oh god, what's the other D? Okay, so it's got to be between D-E-R. Got 2 minutes on this. No! D-I? Dingwall. That's in Scotland. I've got it. Whee! So try it one more time to actually prove that I'm not just making it up. I can always cut this out if it doesn't go. What am I doing? Wexford. Waterford. That's confusing. Wicklow. Oi. Oh no. Westmeath. Meath. Louse with an I. Limerick. Leitrim. Mayo. Sligo. Tipperary. It's a long way to go. Roscommon. Clare. Antrim. Armagh. I'm going in my car. Low. Cavan. And there's Donegal. Galway. Girl. Dublin. Derry. Kerry. Derry. Kerry. Kilkenny. Kildare. DEF. Fermanagh. Longford. The Fords. Mona. Monaghan. Offaly. Tipperary. Oh, there's another T. Oh, Tyrone. LM. Okay, so it's another L. No. Should never do it again. Should we just do it once and then continue? And pretend like you know everything. I mean, I know more than I did. Clare. Cork. Donegal. Down. I had down. I've done this so many times, I thought I had it. We are the champions, my friends. I'm proud of that. It would be better if I knew the history, but at least I have now rammed 32 counties into my brain. And I know that Ulster, Leinster, Munster and Connaught are not counties. They are regions. So that's good. Only took us 40 minutes. What a winner! And I've even accidentally saved one bit of chocolate, which is now my celebratory piece. So winners all round. Well, aside from the fact that I won't be able to cope in the inevitable apocalypse because I can't eat crisps that are a year update. To be fair to me, they do taste funny. I don't think I actually explained it because I was so frustrated that the recording hadn't worked. But they tasted like slightly funny potatoes and I could taste the oil and then the taste was separate. So it was like slightly off potatoes, oil and weird flavourings, but flavourings generally like you'd expect them to be, just off. That's the best way I can describe it. To be clear, I'm not blaming Taytos for that. That was all on me. So I think that this was an unfair test. It's a pity I left them in the drawer for you because I kept looking at them every so often going, oh, I need to do the video on that, and then forgetting. And then sure enough, it's over a year later and they went off. But there was still air in the packets. I don't really understand how they... Anyway, I'm not a food scientist. The failure of that food experiment was probably my fault, but let it be known that I am big enough to admit that. I hope you've had a fantastic St. Patrick's Day. Let me know if you came into this knowing what the Irish counties were or if you also had to rote learn them today. But we aspire to be better. We aspire to understand the background of it. I'm not sure I know the ones local to me 100%, so I suppose there's that. Just general ignorance, I guess, in our favour. Have a fantastic week. See you next time. Bye. Get this lipstick off my face.